Now, fresh from Manchester City's trip to Abu Dhabi, I'm delighted to be joined by the Manchester Evening News Blues correspondent Stuart Brennan, who's fresh back himself. I'm not sure if fresh is the word, though, is it, Stuart?
Not really. I don't feel very fresh, no.
So how was it, then?
It was good, very, very interesting. Very interesting to go over and see the homeland of the people who took over City in such a blaze of headlines not last summer now, was it the summer before?
Yeah.
So it was interesting to see what's been made of it in their homeland. We know the impact it's had in Manchester.
Of course.
It was very interesting to see.
So what was it then? What was it like? I mean, did they sort of recognise the club? Did they have it as their own, if you like?
I think the trip will have done an awful lot. It certainly hasn't had the impact in Abu Dhabi that it's had over here, because you've got to think that it's such a dynamic place. They've got projects going on all over the place and all over the world. They're investing all over the world.
Got some of your shots up here, actually, as well. Your handiwork.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, excellent. A little shaky. I'm not really a cameraman, to be honest. But yeah, so the people in Abu Dhabi, it's just another investment that their royal family has made, you know, and they haven't made such a huge thing of it. They're all very pleased. The first thing I did was getting a taxi, obviously, at the airport.
Yeah.
And you do the old acid test. I spoke to the taxi driver who found out was from Manchester. And normally you get, Manchester United.
Yeah.
But he said Manchester City.
Great stuff.
So maybe in one little corner of the Middle East, that's breaking through.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of them said they're very pleased to have the time with City, and they hope City do well. But if you push them, they are fans of the big four usually. The United, Arsenal, Chelsea, or Liverpool fans. So I think that the signal for that is that to really make an impression, not only in Abu Dhabi but around the world, City have to start winning things. But,
of course,
but
yeah.
the club knows that anyway.
Yeah, I mean the game itself probably wasn't the best of displays from either side. I suppose it was 1-0. When we followed it in the show on your tweet as well, your Twitter page, and you weren't particularly impressed with what you saw in the pitch, I suppose. No,
but City only had a young team out there.
Of course, yeah.
They had Stevie Ireland and Nedum Manua, and the rest were just young lads. And I think people thought the UAE would be a walkover. But on Sunday night, that's pretty much the same UAE team played the Czech Republic and beat them.
Right, OK.
So they're no mugs. Yeah. So really, for those kids to go out there and only get beaten 1-0, and they could have drawn the game, given a little bit more luck.
Of course, yeah.
It sort of puts a fresh light on it, really.
Yeah.
But the game itself wasn't really the centre point. The whole idea of it was to get out there and build bridges, and that was done to some tune.
OK, so do you think it's been a big benefit then to City, perhaps not so much in the short term, but in the long term, in terms of building the brand over there and sort of also globally recognising the club as well? Yeah,
I don't even know if it was about building the brand. I mean, it's just about saying a thank you and making links. I mean, there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes. City are setting up an academy over there. I mean, and work was progressed on that while they were over there. It was just about getting to meet people and sort of City being seen to be out and going out into the community, doing coaching sessions, doing signing sessions. And in terms of that, I think it was excellent. And the locals responded to that. I mean, on match night, it was fantastic. There were City fans over from Manchester, about 300. There were quite a few expats coming from Dubai. I met a couple from Thailand, I know, for years ago. So they were mixing quite freely with the local fans, and that kind of stuff is invaluable. The impression that will come out of that is that City are very friendly, that they're a community club, and that's the impression they will have made in Abu Dhabi.
Excellent. Well, thanks very much for coming in to talk to us today, Stuart. I'll let you go home and get some rest.
All right, thanks.